Hi, this is Dave Mast. Welcome to HolmesCountyTicket.com, Ticket TV, driven by Village Motors. We have a special guest in studio today. Rich Patterson joins us from the West Holmes Knights boys track team. Rich, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, you're coming off of a fairly successful season last year. Not a real big team this year, but I guess tell us, first of all, a little bit about what you've got coming back this year.
Well, we've got a couple individuals coming back that have made it to state. Grant Hay was an All-Ohioan last year in the pole vault, and he's coming back. And Cully Gordon, who has been to state 3 years in a row in cross country, is back, and he's having just a great indoor season right now, almost setting a personal best. Sam Boyd, a regional qualifier in the 1600, will be back this year also, and he's coming off a state All-Ohio cross country season also. So we've got him. We've got a bunch of really good guys. Just didn't quite make it to regionals last year, but we're placing all of our meets. Kind of guys like Philip Shafter in the hurdles, Andrew Rose in the weight events, Barry Phillips in the dash and the long jump, and Matt Miller in the sprints. So we've got not a lot of depth, but some quality there.
Yeah, and as far as leadership goes, some of those kids that you talked about really are great leaders on that team. You know, Cully's been a fantastic leader for you for a long time now. And there's a lot of other guys there, too. Sam, I guess, would be in the same boat. And these are the kids that Grant, I guess, especially having gone to state, kids that are very capable of performing well, but of also helping the other younger kids along.
Absolutely. And the football team having all the success it had, Grant and Andrew Rose and Donnie Dowling's out this year, and they've all had success, and they want to see the success continue, and that's a nice thing to see.
Yeah. As far as newcomers, you got anybody coming up that's freshman-wise or just that came out this year?
Oh, we've got Luke Ogie. He's a sophomore that came out new this year. I think he's going to help us a lot in the sprints.
I think people saw his athleticism on the football field this year.
Absolutely, and he'll help us a bunch in the sprints. Like I said, Donnie Dowling's out. It's the first time we've had a 6'6" guy high jumping, so I think maybe that'll help us out.
That's got to be a bonus, doesn't it?
Yes, definitely. He can fall over 6'5",
Yeah.
We're in good shape. And J.R. Yoder, he was on that cross-country team with the state. One of the better athletes there has come out for track this year. So they'll help us a bunch, too.
As far as expectations go, do you have big, high expectations and hopes this year?
Well, I think this team can finish top 5 in most of the invitationals we go to, and compete for the top 5 in the conference. Our conference is very tough, but I think everybody we have the potential to do very well there.
Yeah, and I think the big reward at the end of the year is always making it to the state tournament and the state meet. That's a big deal for any of the kids.
Absolutely.
And you've had a number of kids that have gone down in the past. I think you've got a lot of guys here who are on the cusp of doing that again this year.
Absolutely. I think when you're talking Grant, obviously we were expecting him to go back and be All-Ohioan again. Mm-hmm. Cully and Sam are two that I think can both make it out with no problem. I'd like to see Andrew in the weights. I think he's real close. Just has to with Andrew, it's just a matter of hitting the big throw at the right time.
Yeah.
There, and then of course. Barry Phillips, I think he's another one that has some potential to get there.
Grant, having been at state last year, he came along and shattered all kinds of records in the pole vault last year. What are his expectations coming into the new season?
He's told us he wants All-Ohio again. He would like to go 15.5 feet, which would put you top 3 in the state right there. And as soon as basketball was over with, next day he was on the track.
Yeah. I mean, not surprising for him.
No, not at all.
Pretty typical.
But he's really looking forward to this year and really trying hard.
Okay. All right, there you have it. Words of wisdom for the West Holmes boys Knights track team from Coach Rich Patterson. Rich, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Join us again here at HolmesCountyTicket.com.